What's good, guys? Hope y'all doing well. I know why you guys are here. Street Fighter 6's long-awaited Season 3 patch finally here. The whole community has been starving for these changes, begging for changes ranging from throw loop nerfs to parry nerfs to character-specific nerfs. I'm talking like Mai, Bison, Ken. All I know in the deepest part of my heart is I don't want a patch like Tekken 8 Season 2. That patch was atrocious. But on the other side, I don't want a patch that's scarce like City of the Wolves, where 1/3 of the cast got changes and everybody else got like nothing. And then Kane gets away with absolute murder. This patch definitely made some changes, especially with Parry, because I know people were theory crafting about imperfect Parry in the Elena build, but now we have the patch, and Capcom added some transparency on how it really works. Due to the fact that people would just do random parry in a lot of situations and then getting rewarded with a perfect parry, Capcom made the change of, if you want to get that freeze frame on a perfect parry, you need to block accordingly to that button. To block a high and a mid, you need to hold back and parry to get the freeze frame. And then for low, same thing. You have to block down back. And if you don't respond accordingly with the right block orientation with a perfect parry, that's where you get the imperfect parry, where you don't get the freeze or the frame advantage, which is a blessing, because so many situations where players lose games or whole situations get flipped on their head because someone did a Hail Mary perfect parry and suddenly guessed right and flipped the whole tide of the game. These changes really help for characters with high-low, left-right mix-ups. Now you really have to guess for the mix if you really want your perfect parry. For the most part, a lot of people find this patch underwhelming because people assumed we were gonna get a huge overhaul patch like Street Fighter 5 did. During their Season 3, they got a full trailer of big changes and all that. Mind you, I feel like people should have tempered their expectations since Capcom didn't announce anything. They just said, oh, we're just gonna have changes for every single character. But I digress. The changes are still fresh, give it time. As for character balance, the reasonable side of me tells me, to let the patch pan out, give it time. But you already know I'm gonna blow this out of proportion. This patch sucks. They nerfed my boy Ed, bro. He did no wrong. Fair and honest was his game. It's not like he was all over Japan. It's not like he won a tournament or something. Honestly, I feel like the three biggest losers this patch have to be Ed, Ken, and Mai. Those characters have gotten some reasonable changes. Ed lost a throw loop, which I think it was a really good change. It just sucks that Ed was the only one that got a throw nerf where he actually just lost his throw loop. Meanwhile, a lot of the cast still has theirs. Ken, where he got some Jinrai nerfs on his throw, he can still throw loop, but you have to hit that one frame. And as for Mai, nerf on a few of her buttons because it felt like the pushback on them was just too insane. And also, you can finally walk out of her fan pressure, depending on the ranges though. But you're not held at gunpoint by just holding block while that thing's just floating in the air. Psych, I lied. Ryu, this is a $1 million character. They keep buffing Ryu, bro. They gave Ryu a whole ass gun and much more. Ryu is the greed they talk about in the Bible. The fact that they keep buffing this man and buffing him again. Somehow, some way, they've made Denjin charge even better, allowing him to blast you full screen with his Denjin level 1 and giving him a faster charge for his level 2. May as well sign Blaz's name on that check, Capcom. The buffs are so good. You got Blaz out here saying English poetry on the timeline. What's going on? But how do you guys feel about this patch? Honestly, I think Capcom took a good approach for this patch. Does this patch deserve the title of a big patch? I don't fully believe that, but I'll give it time. The system mechanic change looked good, and I hope to see what else they have planned for changes. And for those who want to see my live reactions to these patch notes, please, pull up to the second channel, drop a sub, drop a like. Honestly, I was out here screaming and cackling at some of these changes. But with that said, thank you for watching, guys. Y'all take care.